Welcome to week 12 of my walk from Mexico to Canada along the Pacific Crest Trail. After a well-deserved break off trail, Rob and I got a ride to Onion Valley to tackle Kearsarge Pass and get back onto the PCT. The morning was hot, so we took it slow, stopping for lunch a few miles in. That's when we ran into Lou coming down. She had made the incredibly difficult decision to end her through hike. We talked about it over the last few weeks, so it wasn't a complete shock, but seeing her there, knowing we'd be continuing without her, broke my heart. Saying goodbye made me burst into tears, and I wondered when I'd see Lou again. I was trying to process what just happened when Rob's bag almost rolled down into this river. I swear, we just can't catch a break out here. The importance of friendships you make on trail really hit me. Lou may be gone for now, but I know we'll be friends for life. I started this hike thinking it was all about the solitude, but I'm quickly learning how wrong I was. It's about the people you meet. The next day, we packed up camp and headed for Glen Pass. It was a slow start, but having lunch at Ray Lakes felt like such a reward. My first alpine lake swim on the PCT was icy but exhilarating. I dived, belly flopped, into the icy water, and after the initial shock, it felt amazing.
My pants came down.
That night, we camped just past the 800-mile mark, ready to rise early to beat the heat. It was just our luck to leave the desert and be greeted with a heat wave in the Sierra. Pinjo Pass felt like it would be the death of me. A long, exhausting climb had me questioning if a week off trail had made my legs soft, or if it was all just in my head. Whatever it was, we pushed through, and Rob rewarded himself with a swim in the lake below before we hiked a few more miles to camp. Mother Pass was easier. No snow, but the downhill rockiness gave my knees a run for their money. 3 miles of stone stairs had us wiped by the end, and I couldn't help thinking how tough it must be for the JMTers going the other way. The day we hiked towards Muir Pass and camped beside Helen Lake felt incredible. 360-degree views of jagged peaks, alpine lakes, and wildlife everywhere. Fawns, deer, marmots, grouse, chipmunks, mice, and even a snake. A marmot claimed his rock as his throne, keeping watch over our tent, and was still there the next morning. Climbing Muir Pass itself was so cool. We looked around Muir Hut at the top, and then it was time to plan our San Joaquin River crossing. This had been the talk of the Sierra all season. The bridge was broken, leaving a potentially deadly crossing. The current was fast, the rocks slippery, and the water dangerously high. We had to plan it perfectly to attempt it with our heavy packs. After lunch, a sudden thunderstorm with heavy hail forced us to move fast. The reason we felt confident in crossing the river was because of the heat wave we'd had all week, but now with this heavy rain we weren't so sure. When we got to the crossing, we seen the remains of the old tangled bridge. The river was higher than expected, so we took extra care.
3 points of contact later and we were on the other side. The next day we headed to Muir Ranch to go through their hiker box, which was an absolute gold mine for snacks and mountain meals.
Stuffed to the gills, we had to hike an alternate route around Selden Pass to avoid another thunderstorm. That night we camped at Florence Lake, feeling grateful for the friendships, the journey, and feeling proud of how we're learning to adapt to the ever-changing weather in the High Sierra. See you next week.